Welcome, family. Welcome on this beautiful Sunday out here in Colorado. I don't know where everybody's at, but hey, let me know where you're at. What state you in right now? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hear me? Can you hear me? All right, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Give me thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me. Okay, cool. All right. Oh man, welcome to this beautiful Sunday. What happened yesterday? It's in the past. New day. So hey, we starting this new party off. Focus on USC this week. So um, I don't know if how many of you guys stayed up late, last night watching the USC game. I actually watched the USC game. So with that being said, I'm gonna go into some detailed things what I've seen from USC, and I'm not gonna focus so much on USC today because I'm definitely gonna have a segment coming later on in the week on USC. But just some of the things that I seen last night. There's opportunity, right? But when you look at opportunity, it's how bad do you want to succeed, right? And that's the message right now. How bad do you want to succeed? How much are you willing to put in to get to that next level? And those are the things that we got to look at right now. So you look at, Colorado right now. They're going to practice today, be off on Monday, and then Tuesday they're going to go scout report over USC what the game plan is for the week. But when you really break this down and you start looking at it right now, is how bad the message of the week is. How bad do you want to succeed? Because we know the opportunity is there each and every week. But how bad do you really want to succeed? How bad do you want to win? How bad do you want to change, you know, your family roots? Because some people have the chance. Not everybody, but some people has a chance. But what I would say to you guys like this, some of USC problems are the same problems Colorado got. Let's just be real. And we're gonna get into this right now. Some of the problems that USC has, Colorado has those same deficiencies. USC don't have the best offensive line in the world. They really don't. But they got the skill players. They got the quarterback. I'm telling you this right now. If you go really turn the tape on, if you can get out to Caleb Williams, you're going to have a chance in the game. They defensive line don't really put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. They send a lot of blitzing because they front four don't get to the quarterback. Hmm. Colorado does the same thing. Now I will say they do have a playmaker in the secondary. Their best player on defense is number 7, Bullock, Caleb Bullock. That is their best overall talented player on defense. You have to know where number 7 is at all times on the field because he's a playmaker. He'll come up and force fumbles. He'll go out and go get a deep pass. So you got to know where number 7 is on the field for defense. But overall, that when you really break down the deficiencies of USC and you really break down the deficiencies of Colorado, they're pretty goddamn similar. Let's just be real. They're pretty similar. When you look at quarterback for quarterback, hey, okay, that's a wash. When you look at receivers for receivers, it's almost a wash. When you look at offense to offensive line, USC offensive line struggle, Colorado offensive line struggle. When you look at the defensive line to defensive line, uh, they defensive line don't really create a lot of pressure. Our defensive line really don't create a lot of pressure. When you look at the linebacking core, for linebacking core, um, you know, it's similar. When you look at the secondaries, they don't have those big time corners. They don't, right? Our, our big time corner Travis is out. So when you look at things and how things work, hey, it's pretty similar across the board. Now I will say they got a better playmaker in their safety room than what we have. I can totally agree. Number 7 Bullock is a problem. He's gonna be playing at their next level on Sundays. He got long range. When I mean talking about long range, I'm talking about he could play in the center of the field and go get any ball that's outside the numbers. So you really got to be decisive. You really got to understand like where number seven is on the field when you want to go make passes. Any law passes, you give him a chance to go make an interception. You give him a chance to go get a big hit. You give him a chance to go get a pass breakup, and that's what he does. Number seven saves USC a lot, a lot. If you go watch, their corners get burnt a lot, but number seven can make things up for them with that. I see everybody talking about Barry Alexander. Barry Alexander does not play a lot of snaps on defense. That's the thing. And that's where, hey, when you look at USC, you look at Barry Alexander, right? Barry Alexander might play 3 plays and then he'd be out for 4 plays. Then he play 4 plays and be out for 7 plays. So when you look for Barry Alexander, he still is not in shape, ready to go. So, hey, when I look at it right now, breaking it down, right? And these are some of the notes that I took from last night. USC, if they can't run the ball in the red zone, they kind of struggle. They kind of struggle. When you start condensing down space for Caleb Williams where he can't run around a lot and he has to get the ball out, they kind of struggle. Um, if you go out and you start hitting those wide receivers, you start hitting Caleb, they struggle. They struggle. And those are things that we got to look at. They USC does not like physicality whatsoever. When they start getting hit, they start tightening up. They start tightening up because they don't want to get hit, or they start getting their feelings because they think they're not supposed to get hit. They want to be Hollywood. Okay, cool. Hey, we gonna find out. But I'm telling you right now, this game can be had. This game can be had for Colorado if they go out and execute. They go out and play with the crowd behind. You can't start slow. You have to come out and start fast. You have to come out and start fast against USC. I'm gonna tell you right now, USC has not been in a dogfight all season. They ain't really been tested to the wire, and those are the things that you got to look at. They beat ASU by 14 last night, but for the most part, their game was close by 7 for the most part of the game. ASU was applying pressure. ASU ran the ball. The same thing that you seen, with the big gaping runs, USC gave them up last night. The thing that changed that game last night was ASU turned the ball over, made some key errors in certain situations. A couple of them in the red zone and threw a couple bad interceptions. But overall, right, the quarterback threw for over 300 yards against USC. They was able to run the ball. They had over a buck 50 last night in the running game. So when you look at what you could take out of that game from last night against ASU versus USC, there's a lot you could take out. There's a lot of positives. There's a lot of positive things that you could take out of. You can say, okay, so you give us that same opportunity. Does Shador Sanders make that same throw? Does Shador make that same, play? So, hey, Dewey, we gonna have a problem scoring. I don't believe so. I don't believe we're gonna have a problem scoring. If you go back and you really break down and you watch USC, Colorado is not gonna have a problem scoring. The problem that we're gonna have is containing a run and and understanding where number one lines up, knowing that they're gonna try to put the ball in Branch's hand a lot. That is their ultimate playmaker, right? The key to their offense is the run game and Branch. Right now, they do have other receivers. They have Jerry Rice's son, number 2, right? They got Singer, number 15. They got Washington, number 16. But number one is the key to their offense. You can slow down number one because that's who Caleb wants to go to first, right? If Caleb holds that ball and you get pressure on Caleb, USC it's been a problem. I've seen USC offensive line give up pressure fast. Give up pressure fast. And I'm not even talking about like somebody really going out extremely like just bull rushing. It's just boom, get into the quarterback, straight line to the quarterback. So they do have Mario Williams too. They have a lot of receivers. They have a lot of receivers. We know this, right? But when you really break down USC in a whole, they have a deficiency with this offensive line. They haven't fixed their offensive line. It's still a problem. But they get away with it because of Caleb Williams and their receivers. They get away with it. But if you really turn on the tape and you go watch USC for real, you will see that they have problems on their offensive line. Their defense, their defense is not as good as y'all think their defense are. Like, I'm just telling you this. Their defense is not as good as people think they are. They get away with it because they're able to make plays where they get turnovers, right? They think of USC thing is we're gonna try to outscore you and we're gonna put the pressure on you to score. Or here's the thing. Nobody's ever pushed USC to the limit to say, all right, cool. You can score, we can score. You can score, we can score. The teams that was able to beat USC in previous years were with especially a Lincoln Riley team is because they could score. As long as you are able to run the ball in USC and you can score, they're gonna have a problem. They're going to have a problem. I'm just telling you, their defense is not Oregon's defense. They don't have that same speed that Oregon defense has. That's what I'm telling you this right now. They don't have the same speed. But what I would tell you this right now, when you turn on the tape and you really go watch USC, Colorado has a Colorado has a chance. They have opportunities. And this game is gonna be completely different than what a lot of y'all thinking. You can't it's one game, right? That happened. You can't expect every game to go the same way because it's not. It's going to be some variant that's going to change. USC is on the road. We got to take advantage of that. That's just what it is. Who has the advantage? Colorado defense or USC offensive line? Honestly, it's pretty even. When it really is there's really no advantage from Colorado's defensive line to USC offensive line. USC offensive line struggles. I can tell you that. Hey, Ella, can you do me a favor? Can you go in and change it to subscribers only for me, please? Um, but USC they have deficiencies. I'm telling you this right now. They have this deficiencies. Um, Now when I say with Colorado, here's what I'm gonna say. My key is right now on defense, right? When it comes to the secondary, they need to um they need to play Kermani. They need to play Carter Stoudemire, Cooper, Jaquez, Shiloh. That's what they need to do. All right. Put Quez at safety with Shiloh at safety. Um, Elliot, yes, you do. Click on the setting buttons, and then you'll see community, and click on community, and you'll see it under there. Um, but when I'm gonna say this, if we gotta get out this three safety look and and put three corners on the field against USC, right? Or here's another thing that we can do. We can legit go with 4-3 against USC. What I mean by 4-3, right? The four defensive linemen, three linebackers, but we don't really need three linebackers. We can really put Shiloh into the box, have a safety over top, and I've seen the 4-3 give problems to USC because you have to stop the run first. First thing out the gate, like USC is gonna try to come out and establish a run. They see it, right? So you're gonna have to stop the run. Once you stop the run, you know, they're gonna try to throw it. Now, looking back at this, right? USC has two good running backs, right? The transfer from South Carolina and Austin, who is in his second year. So All right. What up, Big LT? It's all good, baby. I'm about to open it up for everybody to come in and talk. So, just give me just a second. But my keys right now, Colorado, we got to stop the run, right? DBs must stay at home. They must stay at home with their wide receivers. They must stay at home with the wide receivers. Um, we must run the ball. I don't care what happens, what goes on. We must run the ball because they have the opportunity. All right, Ellen. Tell me what options that you have. So when you click on settings, and it should show either all messages, or it should be like a message one, and then it should be one under, and then it should be another button that's under where it says like all messages. There should be another button. Click on that second button, and then there should be like a drop down box, and then it's just it'll say comments, and then once you click on comments, you should better see it then. Um, but overall, all right, my takeaways: Colorado must stop the run. The DBs must stay home with all wide receivers at all times. Colorado must run the ball, and they got to limit the game. They got to limit the game. Do you have a? Is there another option under that, LA? Because there should be two options. The second option you should better click on there, and you should better to change the settings. So it's only one option. You only see one option. That's weird. That's weird. All right. Um, but outside that, I'm about to open this up right quick. I Zion, jump on right quick for me. I need you to talk right quick for me while I do something. So basically, they gotta do the same thing they haven't been able to do to. Well, when you look at USC, you can run the ball in USC. Every team that they play, they're able to run the ball.
Hey Rob, I looked for it too. I couldn't see it for
I'm I'm
the
I'm about to go do it right now. I just need you to talk right quick.
yeah. Hey everyone, I want to say this before everyone, a whole bunch of people hop in here. Uh, the talking in circles thing, we got to stop that. And also, I want to address all the hate that's been coming Coach Prime's way. Everyone has been praying on the downfall of this man for 3 weeks now, and finally they get what they wanted. So we're gonna see a lot of hate online. It's gonna be a lot of hate towards him as a person, not as a coach, as a person. Him being a black man, they're scared of they're scared to see a black man prosper. I hate to bring up race, but that's the world we living in now. It sucks, but it is what it is, folks. Kim Berry, what are you talking about? This O line is trash. Oh, yeah, O line needs a lot of work. It's just crazy how much hate. Hey Rob, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's just crazy all the hate that Coach Prime as a man is getting, bro. It's like I get it, you don't like the team, but you don't have to belittle him as a man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, listen. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not gonna harp on the situation and what people do. It for me, you if you harp on what people got to say about Coach Prime and our team, then they wouldn't. They didn't believe in the team from the get go. That's how I look at it.
Crazy.
So when you put your energy and your time, your effort going back and forth with people because they want to see another black man down, let it be. Let it ride.
No, I don't say nothing. I just look at this shit and keep it moving, bro. It's
Yeah.
just
Let it ride because what are you gonna change? You gonna spend so much time and effort trying to argue with people. Like the thing about it, how I look at this, right? And Coach Prime said it, right? Sometimes people insecurity is their biggest issue.
hmm
That's their biggest issue. They so fabricated because they don't like Deion Sanders. But if you was to ask them a real question, why you don't like the man, they couldn't
they
even
don't have,
tell you.
they can't. They can't. I know.
And so that's why I say you wasting your time to ask them to even go out. Like, right? I see a bunch of comments. I see people talking about me in other chats, but I ain't finna. I say what you gotta say, right? I know one thing for one thing. You're not gonna pull up to my channel and you're not gonna say that to me, right? You can say that all that on somebody else's channel and do all that. It's cool. But if I waste my time trying to worry about what everybody got to say about me, hey, listen, I run my channel the way I run my channel. I allow people to come up here and talk on my panel because that's what I want to do, because that's how I want my channel to be. Because I ain't hiding from nobody. We talking football, and so we got to get out of this notion of you can't voice your opinion, or you can't be this. You got to do it this way. You got to do it that way. The real reason why people are upset is because Coach Prime is doing it his way, and they
hmm
don't like it.
You hate it.
They don't like it because they can't do nothing about it, because you have to act a certain way. You got to do this a certain way. You got to do that a certain way. But in reality, do you really? D Will, who I'm talking about, hey, if you know, you know. I don't gotta harp on it, right? If you know, you know. Hey,
It's
it's some people in this chat know what I'm talking about. I don't gotta say nothing. I, I, s-
crazy.
I, s- I seen all the the crazy comments last night. I seen it.
The
I
slick. The
seen
slick.
I seen people, trying to rub my name in. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't hide from nobody. If you got something to say, come pull up to my channel. You ain't gotta go run to somebody else's channel and talk about me. You come
Hold on.
right
What?
here.
What happened?
You it's if you was on the live last night, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go into details who live it was, nothing like that. But
So
if
they
you
ran.
know, you know.
So they ran to somebody else's channel and was talking about you.
Yeah. If you got anything, if you got anything to say, if you got anything to say, right? I'm on my channel every single day. I'm live
That's
every single day. You
that's
can
crazy.
pull up, and you can have a conversation with me. You can hit me on Twitter. I send you my number. If you really got something to say, we can have a conversation, because I really don't care. I don't take nothing personal.
It's
I really
football.
don't.
It's football
we
though. The football
we
hated.
we talking sports, right? What Colorado took an L, right? And that's all people been waiting on. They just been waiting on Colorado to lose so they can go out and they can have their victory. That's cool.
That's their Super Bowl.
That's cool, right? Can we talk about some recruiting insight? What's going on? Yes, I'm gonna get into all that. I just have to address this because it got brought up, right? And so I'm not going. Like I said, I just wanted to address this right quick to get this out the way, because I see who's in my chat. I see who's talking. And I see who's on other chats talking and running their mouth. I see it, baby. I ain't worried about it.
That's crazy.
I ain't worried about it. I see who it is.
Hey
But y'all
Rob,
saying, go ahead.
another thing, and I want you to nip this in the bud. Like when other people come on, that's why I didn't come on yesterday. Like keep talking in circles. It's like it's getting redundant, bro. It's like, and I know you be getting like you be want to hop like intervene when it's like six people talking at the same time about the same subject for 20, 30, 40 minutes. It's like, all right, bro, let's talk about something else now.
No, I got it. It's kind of on me, honestly. For to be honest with you, it's kind of on me. I'll take fault for that.
No. It's cool. No. But you like how you've been saying, because you give people a platform to come on here and voice their opinions, and they come on here and they voice their opinion, but they just arguing about the same thing for 40, 50 minutes. It's like, okay, let's talk about
Well,
something else, sometimes.
well, I mean, the real reason why it happened, right? Because it was only two Oregon people. It was two Oregon people, right? And then
Yeah,
everybody else was Colorado, and then
yeah.
everybody else want to keep asking the same rhetorical questions to
The two people.
the two people. So now it's like we really ain't making no progress. You feel me in that situation? So that's why I say it's on me. But it's like I can go out and ask a question, but some way somehow somebody gonna circle it back because they didn't get their point off. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said it's on me. But it's all good, man. We're here to talk about USC. We're here to talk about,
LMV, what? No, he's not. Y'all biased and don't like different opinions. Just admit it. Hey, LMV, nobody don't got a problem with Coach
whoa,
Hayes.
whoa, 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 whoa. Hey Zion, don't go at LB dog.
No,
I
no,
know
no,
what you
no,
sound.
no, no,
No,
no, no, no. I didn't say anything.
no,
I said no.
no.
I was saying he said the different opinions. Someone probably said, Coach, oh, D Goddess said, the old man is a hater.
Yeah. No, don't go at LB. That's my
No,
girl,
no, I'm
dog.
not going on her. I'm not
That's my
going on
girl,
her.
dog.
She
My
cool
girl,
people.
dog.
No, she cool. She cool. Listen, I'm not arguing with nobody online, bro. I come here to
Uh,
talk about football and just hang out with y'all, bro.
and here's what I would say, right? When we start saying people are haters and this and that, man, can we have a valid reason what they hating on? I'm being honest.
It's different. It's difference of opinions. That's all. Like Darius.
Yes,
Come on, hey, hop on here, Darius.
that is true. I do have questions, and then people people will find a way to circle that thing back. Like, bro, we done moved on. Let's leave it at that. But it's all good. But I would say this, man. If somebody does not have the same opinion that you have,
They're
just
not a
agree to
hater.
disagree. That doesn't mean they're a hater. And so that's what we got to look at. Listen, if you got a different opinion, if you don't like the opinion what I got, listen, I'm giving you the platform to come up here and say whatever you need to say to get off your chest. But you know what you rather do? Sit in that comment box. That's all I'm saying. I'm giving you opportunity to come say whatever you need to say to get it off your chest. If you
Okay.
don't agree with me, cool. Come up here and say your opinion. You ain't gotta hide in the comment section, baby. You ain't got to. Cause this platform, I'm not gonna cut you off and I'm gonna let you get it off. Am I right or am I wrong?
They don't have a reason, Rob. Coach said over and over he's a prime fan. Hey, LMV, we all know Coach Hayes Coach Hayes is like me. He be trying to stir controversy just to get just to get the chat riled up. Coach Hayes is cool, man. And Darius cool, folks. You know, Darius ain't nothing wrong with Darius. He's an Oregon fan, bro. You gonna have other fans
Listen,
in.
I would say this before. Hold on. I would say this. Darius has been nothing but respectful on the channel,
Yeah.
and he an Oregon fan. He could have came in here and been disrespectful and said what all he had to say, but everything that he did is he came in here, he talked football, and he was respectful about it. And that's all you can do is appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I open this platform up for everybody to come in here and express their opinion and say whatever you got to say. Listen, I hope there's some USC fans in here so they can pull up and talk football.
They're gonna be there this week. Trust and believe. Hey, look at LV. Hey, highlight what LV said. He says, Zion, you're an agent of chaos. Hey, I come in peace, girl.
Miss D Goddess, talk to us. Give us some knowledge today. You'll always come drop something on us. What you got today?
I don't have much. I'm in here cooking. I'm just listening while I get this
What you
dinner
cooking?
done.
Hey, me and Rob hungry. What you cooking?
Y'all not about to get on my nerve. My daddy already getting on my nerves.
What you cooking, D got it?
Well, I've completed breakfast. He wants some. We're Caribbean people, so he wants some Caribbean cuisine. So I got the sawfish and
Hold on,
going
where you
on.
from, D got it?
I'm from Florida. My parents are from the Caribbean. They're from St. Kitts.
I'm Jamaican. That's why I'm asking.
We're St. Kitts, Nevis, St. Croix. the Virgin
Okay,
Islands
okay.
over here.
That's something in common. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a real Florida girl. So to the people in the chat who get annoyed by my little off the wall comments, I'm from Florida where we just talk mess just to be talking it. So just
I
know I
got
don't
you.
mean anything about it. I'll be over
Nah,
here laughing.
but me and Rob do want a plate though.
Um, get in line because people will be lining up a little later. But you wanted me to speak up in regards to my Coach Hayes comment. I really don't know him. I don't follow his comments. He just started appearing on my recommendations. So he came up in my recommendations, I think, when one of our brothers were collabing with him. I would say my issue was just how he took, okay, of course, University of Miami, and I'm from Miami, so I'm a home girl basically. So I don't have a problem with UM, but they started hating on Coach Prime when Cormani flipped. Okay, cool. But Coach Hayes took a position where it just seems like he has nothing nice to say about Coach Prime of Colorado. I stopped listening to him, to be honest. I just heard a few slanderous remarks that I feel like were slanderous. But the problem is that I have with him, back to what Zion was saying, that there's a lot coming down the line after this loss. When you have a platform so big, you can have a voice without getting your subscribers or fueling the flames of the hate that's already existing. Either you're going to add good to what's going on, or you're just going to be like a Jason Hamhawk, if y'all understand what I'm saying, or you're going to be like that person. So I just feel like the way he utilizes his platform when it comes to Coach Prime, you could say I'm a Coach Prime fan all day long, but what he says is like, what, are you clout chasing, or are you just trying to take away from the light that exists in Colorado? So that's why I say that old man, he get on my nerve.
Okay.
And that's just my opinion. I agree to disagree. I don't have nothing against him. I have a problem with how he utilizes his platform. He could use his voice differently when it comes to his brother, Deion Sanders.
Well, I'll say this, right? And I ain't taking nobody's side on this. I watch everything. I see everything. Sometimes I might be somewhere and y'all don't even know I'm in the building. But I would say Coach Hayes is cool, right? And sometimes his opinion, it does get you to think differently about him. And it's not in a bad way, but it's just trying to get you to think things in a different way. I do think, with last night, right? Some of it, the conversation was like, all right, it went, all right. My thing of it is, if you're gonna let somebody talk, then let them talk, right? Don't keep cutting them off to try to get, your issue, off. That's what I was saying upon that part. But I can see why some people get mad. But then sometimes it's not Coach Hayes that's starting it. It's people in the comment section that's starting it. That's getting him riled up to say things. Because you was in there, right? And you could see some of the things of he's responding to some of the people that's in the chat, and that's what's making the conversation go left or go right. When it should be just on the narrow path. Hey, say what you got to say, call up, give your opinion, respond back, right? And so I'm one of those people, like, I'm going to push the narrative back, right? Because it's like everything was just justified on Colorado. Well, what about the other team? Are we ever going to talk about the other team, or is it just going to be about Colorado? Because we are playing somebody else, and so I don't get upset at people coming at me. It is what it is, right? But I could definitely see where you coming at, Miss D Goddess, in that situation.
That's it. That's all. It's not personal to the people in the chat. I just be acting up. But since y'all don't like how I play, I won't be acting up in y'all chat no more.
Oh no. You're fine. I wasn't
I'm
talking
not
about
talking
you
to
at
you,
all.
Rob. I'm talking to your subscribers.
No. I'm in my chat. I ain't tripping what you do in my chat. I'm talking about like when you go to other people's channels, and you doing silly stuff, but then you come back to my
Oh no, I understand that.
yeah,
I
keep the
understand
same
that.
keep the same energy. That's all I'm asking. Like, if you're gonna do something and you think that I don't see it and somebody hasn't sent it to me and let me know, like, you crazy. Like,
Yeah,
don't
I
go.
don't even go to his page
Yeah,
anymore because it just annoys me. Like I don't if I'm over here interacting with you, that's because I feel the energy, I vibe with it. I
yeah,
don't consume content that disturbs my peace. And that's what that particular person was doing. I was like, oh, I can't listen to this. So that's type of YouTuber person I am. So I'm over here. So y'all
yeah.
have grown on me.
No, for me, my channel, I like to make sure that everybody has a voice on my channel, but also keep it positive, right? Don't glorify on negative things. And I see a lot of comments, I see a lot of negative things that's in the chat, but I don't say nothing about it unless it's something issue that needs to be addressed. But outside of that, I just won't address it. I see the silliness, I see the stupidness. I just don't address everything that I see in the chat for sure.
Yeah, but I don't want to make this about him. So I just want to come because I don't want to type all this in no chat, but
Ah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
wanted to
there you
come
go.
up here and give you my voice and give you my opinion because you said come up here.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure. No,
Hi, Coach Dre.
Hey, what's going on, man? What happened last night, man? Hey,
I
y'all gotta listen. What y'all gotta understand about that channel and Coach Hayes, he a pretty decent guy. He coached football. He know football. Y'all gotta also understand there's a lot of Miami fans in his chat and on his channel, and they still butt so about Cormani McClain, bro. They still butt so about Cormani. They are butt sore. They are upset. So anything that so when so when we was winning, it was like, oh man. But then the stuff started coming out about whatever he said this week about Cormani, and then so now it's just like, see what I told y'all? Y'all did all this hooping because people was hooping and hollering on this channel about how they lost Cormani to the Coach Prime and how they was gonna lose more recruits from the state. That's the big thing in Florida.
yeah,
People don't want to talk about it, but I'm a coach and I'm telling you, especially the Gators. I know, other coaches, like, they worried about him coming into the state of Florida and taking recruits. And so
yeah,
that's a big thing. And now the biggest thing is that the big three is what they call it in Florida, which is Miami, Florida, and Florida
Florida
State.
State. Yep,
And then now you got to throw in UCF right now with the way they
yep,
playing. Um, they're all winning like they used to. It's been down in Florida football for a good little minute. Neither one of these teams have really been what people think they should be. But now you got Florida State in the top four. Florida pulled off a big win against Tennessee. So they know they have to keep winning so they can keep throwing that. Because see, now this is the narrative. Coach Prime can't win the big game. Like, that's the narrative right now because he hasn't won a Celebration Bowl. His biggest, you can't say that because we won the TCU game, but that's going to be the narrative right now. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? But when y'all go to other people's channels, like I say, a lot of people don't know I be in channels and I just be listening just to hear, because what you find out is sometimes you don't got to be the loudest person in the room
yep,
to have just listen. You find out
yep,
how people really feel about stuff, how people really think about stuff. Because
mm-hmm,
if right now today, if you jumped off the CU bandwagon because of a loss, or you jumped off the Coach Prime bandwagon because of a loss, then I just know what you are.
yeah.
You
Man,
get
it
what
was
I'm saying?
yeah. Hey Jay, it was crazy last night. I was in a lot of channels. I wasn't saying nothing. I'm just looking at it. Sean Lewis should be fired. Our defensive coordinator should be fired. Our players suck. This and that. And I'm like,
Oregon's a
you want?
good foot. Oregon's
Yeah.
a good football team.
Listen, we got beat. You got to take
We,
that on the chin
here's
and
what
own
nobody
it.
wants to say. Own it? Okay,
Yeah,
that's why I don't throw up in people's face that we got 86 new players. Did eventually I thought that was gonna catch up to us? I did, but
yeah,
I didn't think we were gonna get boat rod like that. But I just knew it was gonna catch up to us. But you talking about a plethora of success. So if Dion went out there and when Jerry Rice called a pass on Dion, that meant he sucked as a cornerback.
No, it's just good play by
You,
Jerry Rice.
come on, man. That team played the best football they could play. They played error-free, just about football. They played the best football game they could play. Did anybody stay up and watch USC last night?
I did.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Coach Dre. Coach Dre.
Okay.
What you mean by that when you say, "Oh, okay"?
Hold
I'm
on,
just
hold on.
saying,
Hey,
did you what I'm saying is if you watch that, what I'm telling you is any given Saturday when you put your goddamn shoulder pads on, it's a chance you can go out there and get your behind whooped. Any
facts.
given Saturday.
Hey, Coach Dre.
Even given what's up?
Hey, remember what I was saying from the beginning, way before this Oregon game, when people was talking about this 12-0, I said, stop it. You got to take
Oh
one game at a time.
no. Again, anybody who on Coach Hayes' show when I was on there a couple of months ago, I said, hey, 8-4, 9-3. Coach Hayes asked me to come up and explain it. I came up and explained it. On John the Liquidator show, I've been consistent with what I've been thinking. These are two teams that are established. These next two teams that we are playing.
Yes.
But to just think we was gonna go out here and get railroaded, no. Coach Prime is not built that way. Now we see a lot of deficiencies, and there's a lot of kids that I thought was gonna play better that haven't. That don't mean you give up on these kids because there's more to it than life. Because if you give up, like he told you, some of them kids, you got to jump down their throats, but you also got this is my coaching philosophy. I'm gonna jump down your throat before I leave you, I'm gonna pick you back up. So yeah, okay, you missed this block. I coach. My son plays on the team. I coach. I try not to say nothing to him too much. Last week he got my quarterback killed, and I jumped down his throat. But before I left him, I put my own. I still love you, hey, but we can't accept that. And you've been playing good football, and nobody wants to hear about you a sophomore no more. Okay, but hey, what can you do? Hey, it's life. I want to see what we're going to do now. I want to see if we can get up off the ground. What I
Yeah.
found out last night is that the defense will not quit. They didn't give up no more points in the second half like that. So that means that man did go in there and make adjustments. So let's just stop acting like it's the end of the world. We lost the football game. No, we supposed to be 1-3 right now. At the best. Because they probably thought we beat Colorado State. But everybody else, it was supposed to be a loss. So everybody that's sitting here and ranting and raving, oh, y'all lost. Yeah, we lost. Let them clap their hands, get on the channel. Like anybody that want to talk to me, hey, talk to me. I feel you. But at the end of the day, it's a loss. We'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. You better have your fun now.
Okay. Again, go back to Jackson State. Again, a lot of people throw out that, but y'all remember Coach Prime did play the little COVID year. The HBCU was the only people that play spring football, right?
Yep.
And he lost to Alabama A&M, and Coach Maynard was talking long trash. He lost to a couple of other schools, right? And he told y'all the same thing. You better catch me now. This your best shot. This your best shot. Because if you don't, Warren Sapp, listen. These people they really giving y'all the information, and ain't nobody taking it.
Yep.
Y'all don't think Warren Sapp at home right now talking to kids? I know I know for a fact he calling kids in Florida, bro. Can't nobody tell me no different. I know it for a fact. Hey, bro, I'm gonna be at Colorado next year. Hey, if you want the keys to the vault, you want to be, you claim you a dog at this defensive line. Hey, you better come on. So what I'm saying is, man, just relax. We are ahead of the curve. Is what I want you to understand. Take this out. The high school I'm at, it's my high school, no doubt about it. For 5 years, my oldest son, he went there. My son won in his high school career. My oldest son, he won 3 games in 4 years. And when we took over, when me and my guys came back and we took over, people said, "Oh, y'all ain't gonna turn that team around. It's the same kids. Y'all ain't gonna turn that team around." Our first year was last year. We went 8-4, winning the playoffs. And what we told people is, you better catch us right now, because we're gonna build a program, and that's what it takes. It ain't, you can't build Rome overnight, guys. It's just not. It's just not. We want it like that, and that's the. But see, my grandma, I always tell people we live in a microwave age. Everybody want to put something in the microwave, hit 2 minutes, and it's supposed to be ready. I ain't from that age. I'm from the age of where you got to put some ingredients in something, put it in the oven, and let it sit there for a while and let it cook.
But see
You know,
here, Drake. Hey
go
Drake,
ahead.
not to cut you off, right?
Yeah,
When you really break this down and you really look at it, right? If we're so super successful this year, it don't give us no room to grow. And the whole thing is you want to be able to grow year in, year out, and build a program. But everybody wanting right now, right now, right now, and they're not looking at it as, you got to have some room to grow. And what Oregon did, I feel like that was the best thing that could have happened to us yesterday. That's the best thing that could have happened to us. And honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. I wish Oregon would have kept trying to put more points on the board, because then you're gonna find out who really want it, who really love football, and who's gonna quit.
I told y'all we live in a world of baby and kids, and now we're gonna find out what kids gonna lay down, what kids gonna look for a way out, and what kids who really want it. Coach Prime, Shador, they ain't duck. Prime told you it's two people that's gonna have to take L's that's at Colorado, and both of them last name Sanders.
Yeah.
That's facts. Hey, I want
You
to
get what
ask.
I'm saying?
I want to ask you, Rob, and you, Coach Dre.
Go ahead, Papa.
Y'all seen, and I hate to bring this up. Y'all seen Komani play at the end of the game, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you think he needs to get in the game next game?
Again, I trust Coach Prime's when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to DBs, there's nobody I trust better.
Yeah.
So if he don't feel like the kid's ready, again, so we go stick that kid out there against Oregon, right? Did you see what happened to Cooper? He was our best corner.
Mm-hmm.
So what we was gonna put Kamani out there for people to say, oh, he ain't a 5-star, oh, that was
Yeah.
a waste of time. People was
Mm-hmm.
gonna get on Coach Hayes. So see, I'm glad we didn't get him, dog. See that man trash. See this,
Yeah,
that,
but
Exactly.
and the
they've been
other.
saying that already because he haven't seen the field.
He wasn't gonna see the field at Miami this year right now.
I know.
Like, let's be for real, bro. Travis Hunter is a once in a lifetime prodigy, man. He don't come often. You get what I'm saying? And all,
Yeah.
like I told you, them stars don't mean nothing. Let me tell y'all something. When these kids go to these camps, do y'all know these kids have to pay for camps?
Yep.
So
Yeah, I knew that.
every camp they go to now, I ain't gonna say all kids, because some kids do
The
get
league don't.
peripheral.
Yeah.
Yeah, get okay. So I pay my $75 to $100 for my kid to go to a camp. He get a T-shirt. He get to meet the coaches. Now, what happens is, let's just say the coaches, right? And this kid might not be on the radar, but he goes out there, and I've seen it. It's kid this year. My kid, he had no stars. My son, he wasn't even gonna go to the UCF camp. He was like, Dad, I'm a year away from really wanting to go camping. I'm gonna just, get in the weight room and do this and do that, and then we'll go camping next year. I said, whatever, son. I'm not gonna push you like that. If you don't want to go camping this year, that's fine. My son is a 10th grader. He can squat 100. He can squat 505 pounds right now 3 times, easy. If you go to my Twitter page, Andre Buffs, you will see it. 505 as a 15-year-old kid, we can squat it 3 times. Nobody else on my football team can do that. We took him to UCF camp. It was a kid that's a sophomore who's considered the best kid in our class in the state of Florida. We dominated him. My son don't got no stars. So stars don't mean nothing. It's just if you go to camps and you pay the money and the coaches see you and be like, oh, he look nice. Let's give him a star. They call rivals up and so rivals will call the coach and be like, the Florida coach and be like, hey, did this kid come to your camp? How did he perform? Oh, he performed excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And once you do that, that's how you get stars. And that's also how, if you go to all the camps all year long, all summer long, and every camp say you did well or you in their top 5, that's how you, like, if you a 3-star, you'll pump yourself up to a 4-star.
It's
You
really only like 4 camps, really, that the 4 major camps you got to go to, but you got to go and do something.
you gotta go and perform. You gotta go and perform. So anywhere Cremani went this year, even if he'd have came to Florida, he wouldn't have played this year.
Yeah.
Like, so, and again, guys, he didn't get enrolled in school until late July. It wasn't like he got there at the beginning of June where he could have got all the strength and conditioning he could have got. He didn't get everything he needed. And right now, if you're not going to school in after Christmas break, if you're not enrolling in the school, you're behind the 8 ball if you're a senior. If you're a big D1 football player, you need to be on campus to participate. This should be your first spring practice at your university. If you're a high school player, if you're a 12th grader, that's a big time football player. This should be your first spring at a college campus. You should be done everything you need to do so you can have the credits so you can go to college after Christmas. If not, you're behind the 8 ball.
That's fact.
I mean, it is what it is. And Cremonti didn't even get there at the beginning of something. He got there at what it was like July the 20th.
Yeah, he got there.
He got there super late, and what people don't know. And like I said, I'm not gonna tell dog business, but it's because of some academic stuff that it wasn't on him. But it was just how much. What I'm telling you, it was so much hate for that kid when he didn't go to Florida State, guys. I promise you, it was so much hate for that kid. When he did that to Miami, it was so much hate. They was already mad about Florida, but it's okay because he was going to another Florida school. But when he did that at the last minute, man, I'm telling you, if that was my kid, you get what I'm saying. You can see why his sister gets upset and why his mom. You get what I'm saying, because the way they treated that kid was horrible.
I mean,
was horrible.
Charles Lester, he going on. He's taking a visit to Florida and then going back for a fishing.
He was at Florida yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
How y'all? I know, guys. I know
you know.
I know where he was. I know.
That's why I was about to ask you before Rob said anything to you about it.
Yeah. He in the city, man. He's still in the city, man. He in the city.
Oh, he's still in Gainesville?
Yeah, he's still in the city, man. He in the city, man. It's like I told you, a lot of them kids, they play 7-on-7 and all that together. So when they get together, and the Gators played a late game last night. So when them boys can get together and talk, again, this East Side connection I got, it's a lot of my guys that, they're coaches now. You get what I'm saying? I got one of my guys that he coached for the University of Florida. Then, you know what I'm saying, Nick and all them guys. So, I mean, they gonna keep their options open. You know what I'm saying? Florida State ain't a lock. It ain't a lock. It's not a lock right now.
Hold on. So Dre, so you said FSU is not a lock because Rob been saying to me.
What I'm telling you is I think he wants, again, y'all just watch the kid that don't got the offers in that group. And y'all look at where this kid got offers at. And just remember, I told y'all, wherever all them kids gonna play college football together.
So you don't think Gator locked to CU?
Oh, I mean, them boys that said Vincent, that's with Nick. They going to CU. Ain't no.
I think your boy Nick is locked in with CU.
Oh, listen, bro. I mean, again, he ran the man 7-on-7.
Yeah.
He ran prime 7-on-7, man. He is what it is. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm telling you. All those back channels and all that stuff Coach Prime got and all that help that he did, like, people just don't know what that man. He lived in Texas, but he did a lot of stuff for people in Florida, man. A lot of stuff for people in Florida. And people gonna reciprocate that, man. That's just how we is. Sometimes we loyal to a fault.
Cooper was on that 7-on-7 though. A lot of people don't know that.
Listen, bro, like I told you, man, when he got the job, I knew the biggest thing to get the Florida boys over is the cold. is the cold.
Mm-hmm.
We don't listen. Right now, it's windy down here, and niggas in jackets. I'm just telling you. I stepped out door this morning. Oh man, it's windy out here, man. Got to go get me a jacket. So it was gonna be them getting over the cold, and them being that far away from home. You see what I'm saying? If I go to Florida State, my mama and them can come when they get ready. My homeboys can come when they get ready. This, that, and the third. Deion Sanders told y'all when he got there, I never played in snow. He done been all over the world. I ain't never been to no place like Colorado. So that's what I'm telling you. It's not a lot of stuff Florida boys just ain't into like that. So all it takes is for one of your boys to go up there and say, hey man, this is nice. It's different. It's a family atmosphere. And again, that's the biggest thing is
Hey bro, can I step in?
Go ahead, Papa.
You gotta turn your TV down or whatever's playing in the background.
My bad. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, you good.
Nah, I just wanted to step in, man, because hey, a lot of people gonna fall off. A lot of networks gonna fall off. I came on to support my boy Rob, man, and stuff because
Appreciate it.
he was on uh the Hater Show. I'm gonna call him the Hater Show the other night, and I know he happy right now. But on Real Talk, man, you keep doing your thing. I'm gonna keep bringing all my supporters over to you to try to get you up. Why? Because man, we need people that's gonna stand behind this. This wasn't a loss,
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't a loss. My thing is, you know, we can't, even they don't win another game this season. This a win because they won more than what they won last year. They brought attention to it. Now our thing is go out there and reach out to these recruits. Those
Yeah.
and I'm being honest, and I'm finna be 100% honest. I'm finna get with you on. I'm finna get on political statement on this here. Okay, if you're in Florida right now, if you a high school star, if you a player that play at any of these universities down there and they're not supporting what's going on, and I apologize for getting on a political statement on your show, bro.
No,
But
you good. You good.
but if you sitting up there and you gonna go to a school where they don't support black people at, bruh, if they're not speaking up and saying Ron DeSantis, they ain't gotta go. They ain't sitting up in Arkansas saying Sarah Huckabee gotta go. They ain't saying up in Texas saying Greg Abbott gotta go. They ain't saying up in Alabama that what's his name? Tupperfield gotta go, Tupperfield, the senator, gotta go. Then, bruh, these states are not for you. I'm not gonna say that you have to leave out of state and go hashtag, with prime. My thing is go somewhere where these people are gonna do it, whether it's a black college, it doesn't matter where you go, but go and support people that set up and say that you need to know your history. Go and set up with people that set up and say that, hey, we're not going to take this. So when Florida started losing that money, where all their athletes start going out of school, guess what these people going to start voting for? They're going to start voting for people that's going to be up on the right point. And this is not a political thing. I only said that because I sat up and looked at the hate that they throw towards Coach Prime. The most disrespectful thing that I saw was the 60 Minutes interview, and he handled that at the top of his game. People up here, and it gets me mad because I got, Rob, I got mad on. I respect Coach Hayes. I respect him with almost what you got, but he sat up there and got mad, and then he started sitting up talking about they gonna shut down your show. They can't shut down your show. Don't even think that they can shut down your show. Don't even think that, bruh. You powerful.
No, it wasn't Coach Hayes who said that. It was three people in the chat that said that, and then he just happened to talk about it.
Okay.
So it wasn't he didn't personally say that. Like Coach Hayes talked to me offline. But it was people in the chat because they feel like I'm supposed to say we going 12-0. And because other content creators on Colorado say we going 12-0, I gotta follow the same suit. And I'm like, man, I'm my own person. I know football. I'm not an idiot by no means. We ain't going 12-0. And I said that from day one. And so because people didn't agree with that point, that I wasn't saying that we wasn't going 12-0, that's why people are like, well, your show should be canceled, and I'm gonna unsubscribe from your channel and all this. And that's where that came from. And that's why Coach Hayes, spotlight that because he's like, see, they turned on you, Rob. They turned on you, Rob.
Let's
And
Coach Hayes know I apologize, man.
yeah.
Let him
Right.
know.
His producers are here in the building. LB
Hey,
is
listen,
producers in the
listen,
building.
listen to what I'm listen to this, and you made some valid points. But what I'm telling you is what y'all have to look at is you got to look at the mindset of the young people in the world today. And yeah, that's a great idea. But when my mama can't pay her bills, when my mama can't pay her rent, Like I tell people all the time, at my high school, we got we actually got 4 or 5 in the city all together. But nobody has the economical problems that we had. Like when I put on my Twitter the other day when I said, "Hey man, y'all come help support the mob," because the simple fact is because they don't do what they do for the other schools. But see, they don't have the problems that my kids have. My kids got real world problems sometimes when they go home. Some of my kids have to have jobs because if they don't have jobs, how they gonna be able to get clothes for school and try to keep up and not get picked at and not get this, that, and the other. So now Coach Prime was doing a great job at Jackson but what he understood was if I don't have the funds or have the alums to come and help like they're doing at Colorado, like they're doing at Florida State, where I can help these kids. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we take a lot of the content.
You cut off, bro.
Coach Dre, you cut out.
Cut off.
But I get to where it's his point with where he's going at it with it. You know, when you look at and these are the things that they don't appreciate Coach Prime for. Now I would say this with 60 Minutes. I don't agree what they did to Jackson State. I don't agree with that. And I would tell anybody I don't agree how 60 Minutes tried to point the narrative on Jackson State. Because
Correct.
they're not playing with the same level playing field as the University of Colorado. Now, the University of Colorado did not have the money to pay Coach Prime, but you know what they did? They put their trust, their belief in everything into Coach Prime, and Coach Prime is presented like, hey, listen, all I need y'all to do is just believe in me. I got the plan. I'm gonna give you the plan. I'm gonna give you the exposure. I'm gonna give you everything that you're looking for to put back money into this university, and not just put back into this university, but grow the university. Not just grow the university, but grow the population. Be able to help you build a baseball stadium, a softball stadium. So Coach Prime is doing everything more than just football, and he's growing the economics of Boulder. And I think a lot of people miss that point of the things that Coach Prime really is doing, and the effect of what Coach Prime is doing is that at a different level. And so that's where people don't want Coach Prime to succeed because they see what he's doing. They see how powerful he is. They see the resources that he got. They see he's a businessman and he's going to do everything that he wants and gets out of his program. And I posed this question the other day, right? How many university or how many coaches would take a walk-on player and put them in a commercial for NIL deal?
Facts.
Hey, bro. No, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say, man, that's real talk, man. And the thing is, all these people out here that's sitting up there hating on him. He done gave you the gateway key. Gave you the gateway key of how, how to reach out, reach the people. And I'm not just, let me explain. And let me go back because it's so much that I was trying to talk on because I wanted to go back to the 60 Minutes interview, but then I wanted to go back to the last the comments that the coach from Oregon set up and stated. And for me, and being the person that I am, I'm gonna tell you what he was set up there saying. And I don't want to say, I put this in his place. That's the statement that he made. That's the statement to me that he made. I put this in his place. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to go there, but that's what it was about because he's trying to get notoriety and say, well, y'all couldn't do, the rest of them couldn't do it. Y'all talk, but I put him in his place type thing. And that was the most disrespectful thing that you can do because children that was sitting up there thinking about going to Oregon, thinking about going to these other different places are going to say, because people going to hit him up and say that you really understand what he was saying. He was saying that you will never be on the competition level that we on. You'll never be able to put the youth up on the competition that we on. You sitting out there showing no. What he was doing was utilizing the tool that they gave him. That's what he
Yeah.
utilized. The tool that you gave us was the NIL deal. The NIL deal allowed us to bring money into these youth pockets. I don't say kids. That's one of the things I don't say. I don't say kids because someone taught me once before that when you say kids, kids is a what? A kid is a what? A billy goat.
Yeah.
And so when you set up and you say kid, then guess what? That gonna resonate off into them. And what they gonna end
Yep.
up doing, they gonna end up bucket. They gonna end up kicking back up on whatever you tell them. I saw good things that happened in that game. I saw Travis J come up in there and he wasn't at his best. You could tell that he wasn't at his best. Why? Because he hasn't practiced full scale in what? All season. He hasn't practiced full scale all season. So he wasn't able to play game speed. But I saw full scale. Now, some of the people, I think that he should move to red shirt position until they get they physicality up. You know, I saw Dylan Harris. I saw everything that he ran. But I'll tell you something else I saw. I saw on Oregon side some of the things that our players got to get off. And just because a player hits you don't mean that you got to go down.
Yeah.
They desire. That's one of the things. They desire not to go down. Me. I speak from a standpoint. And I ran track at Mississippi Valley. My first year of college.
Yep. HBCU.
I went there, but I saw myself as higher because I saw that there was people there that were just, hey, I'm on scholarship, so I ain't got to go out there and practice and move up. I already got my scholarship, so that was given to you. Me, I saw myself on another level, and I wanted to move up, so I couldn't do it there. So I looked. And I saw, the track coach from Florida who had just won the NCAA was moving to Ole Miss. So guess what I did? I moved to Ole Miss. I got there. I had real practice. I saw people that wanted to fight. So the one last point, and I'm gonna get off. About Coach Prime. Okay, Coach Prime stood up there and saw the same thing in his youth. I undid the things that I want to do here at Valley. They don't want, I'm said Jackson State. They don't want to give me no control where I can bring in, multiple of the things. The things that I brought in is not what I'm capable of bringing in, but I can bring in. But what I gotta, as a coach, like what I gotta look, I gotta sit up there. I also look at my family. Okay,
Yeah.
my son is sitting up here putting up all these numbers, but nobody recognizing him. Both of my sons, they putting up these astronomical numbers, but nobody recognized them. But if I take them to the next level, then what? I take my whole family to the next level, where they're gonna be recognized. But at the same
Yeah.
time, what I'm bringing on light to everything that's going on at SBCU. Look at how many coaches that he brought from the sweat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people don't look at the aspect, right? And when you start looking at what Coach Prime really doing, not only is he helping coaches in the HBCU ranks, but he helping them to grow their path to get to another job. He didn't just bring just coaches. He brought in some trainers from the
Right.
HBCU rank. So he's uplifting everybody that's around him, and those are the things that they don't shed light on, right? Because they make it about just Coach Prime, but it's like look at all the things that he's doing, and
But
those are the things that we forget about.
but Rob, this is the big thing that a lot of people missing, bro. He giving a lot of them coaches opportunity, yeah, and a lot of them players. But like Dude was saying, the players we got out the transfer portal were underdeveloped, right? So you take a 50, 60 undeveloped players, some of them overachievers, and you put them on a new team with a new staff. It's not gonna happen like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like the dude from Oregon dude's been there 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been there. They've been like, you know what I'm saying? Like they've been at a top program. So
They know each other's weaknesses. They know each other positive. What I can count on them to do when they
but
gonna.
but the point I'm making is, but Prime also got to realize that this shit is a step up in competition, bro. It's a real big step up in competition, bro. Like you ain't going against Willie Simmons and them, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going against them. You going against real dogs, man. And you got
Bro,
you got to come with
know
it,
that.
bro. Like he said, they ain't trying to beat Colorado. They trying to beat him.
Yeah, for sure. The end goal, everybody look at is all they see is Coach Prime. They don't see Colorado. They just want to destroy. But in the end, though, what y'all doing is y'all setting up for more recruits to come there. That's really what y'all doing. And
All of them you see all that hate.
if you really go back and pay, like, this game was more beneficial to Colorado than it was to Oregon, because
Thank
guess what? Everybody's talking about Colorado. They ain't talking about Oregon, even though Oregon did what they did to do. They needed to do, right. They not talking about Oregon for the playoff run or anything like that. They talking about Colorado, and all they doing is pushing a narrative for recruits to come there, because everybody see, like, oh, I come there and play right now. I see what they got. I know I'm better than him.
you. That's
They opening the door. So, hey, y'all can sit back, right, and y'all can see all these goofy things and, like, hey, we trying to do this for clicks. Coach Prime, it ain't hiding nothing. He just giving you access to his program that nobody else is going to do, and showing you this is what it is: the good, bad, and ugly. He ain't just showing you the good; he's showing you everything. And so when you start to go look at disciplinary things that's going to happen, it's going to be a lot of disciplinary things that's going to happen this week. That don't mean that you won't see the same thing that you seen this previous week. And that's what a lot of people, they just took that and they ran with that narrative. But it's like, what happened last night was a benefit to Colorado than it was than anything. Because now it shows what Coach Prime is saying. Hey, listen, I'm about 8 dogs away. Now these recruits like, oh yeah, he really is. If he gets a line in front of your door, Colorado gonna be a problem. Colorado gonna be a problem,
And another
right?
thing, if my son is a 19-year-old, 18-year-old senior in high school, and I'm looking at this shit that's going on, you think I'm about to send him to Oregon?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask y'all a question, bro. Who turned what? 19 yesterday? Or was it 19 yesterday?
That was Dylan.
Like, you think like a person that's coming out of high school to set up and say, I get an opportunity to start at 19 years, at 18 years old. You think that they ain't gonna come to that program when they knowing that he gonna give you every opportunity? He don't care whoever play that first, whoever sit out there and do the best that week is gonna play. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Let me answer this question because it's been up there. Rob, do you think? Rob, do kids need to spend more time in the film room or football basics? I would say this: they they gotta. So when you go to watch film, right? You can know what kid's watching film and what kid ain't watching film, because they got a login system and it clocks every second, every minute of a kid watching film. A lot of this play on how bad do you want it. You can go out there and watch film, but if you're not going to apply what you've seen on film, or you're not applying what the scheme is telling you to do, that's on you. It ain't on nobody else. So, do I believe they need to go watch more film? I don't think they need to go watch more film. I think that they need to have a couple of longer practices and really hone in to certain things. Because what y'all don't realize, Coach Prime practices will all be like an hour and 15 minutes. I think one of these days, this week, you need to have a 2-hour practice.
Rob,
Right? Right.
can I interrupt for a second? First,
Right.
okay, football basis. We say football basis.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing that most people don't understand is the NCAA regulation is they only give them amount of time where they can have with their coaches.
Yep.
Now, if you say football basis, are they gonna spend that extra time watching, doing the basics and stuff, what they need? or are they gonna spend that time? You know, they can watch film all they want to. They can watch film all night long if they want to. Those are the dedicated people, right? And the other thing is, if you set up and go back and look at some of the videos, you saw the people that stayed after practice. The people, the one, you know, they got, you know, they kept video everything. You can go back and watch it. And I passed that on to all the college coaches, all the basketball coaches, all the, you know, whatever coaches that I know. This is what they did. Emulate your programs off of them. But the thing was, you know, who benefits most? The person that is there more. But I'm finished. I can't hear nobody.
I can hear you. Hello?
No, I'm
I can.
saying
Okay.
everybody else sound like they could have.
Yo, can everybody hear it? Chat, can
Yeah.
y'all hear everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
All right, good. So a question I want to get into, right? You know, with Coach Prime, right? I'm gonna say that question. All right, Jonas, did you watch the game last night? The USC game?
I watched up until I went to sleep when Arizona State scored. It was down 3.
Okay. So how do you feel? What was your assessment?
I went to sleep or something like that.
Okay. What was your assessment about USC last night?
They overlooked them. You see all them trick plays and dudes running, man?
Yeah.
They running back had more passing yards than the quarterback. Running back had more passing yards than the quarterback, bro.
At that point in time, but the quarterback he did some things, but yeah.
Yeah, in the third quarter, the running back had like 80 passing yards. The quarterback had like 20.
Yeah. Now he caught fire on them though. The quarterback, he caught fire on them.
Oh yeah, with the final.
Yeah. They ended up winning by 14 because he threw 2 interceptions in the red zone. Well, he threw an interception. He threw 2 interceptions in the red zone, and then he tried to bomb them, and Blaylock came and made a play on the ball and intercept that thing.
And from what I see, they can't stop the run either, bro.
That's what I said.
The quarterback, the running back, everybody was running on them last night.
I said USC deficiencies on defense is similar to Colorado's deficiencies on defense. I said that, but people take it for granted, right? It's any given Saturday, right? Anybody can step up, and things could change, and that's what a lot of people don't understand.
That's real facts right there.
Hey, Law Dog, talk to us. I know you up in here, baby. Talk to us.
Man, I'm just keeping it cool, but beyond that, bro, I'm touch on what's the question? Because it's a lot I had to say, but I wasn't saying that. I'm just listening to everybody talk. They talk, but so you asking about the game?
No, you can touch base on whatever. I mean, because we've been talking about a little bit of everything, so you can touch
what I
base on
think
everything.
as far as that recruiting, bro, I don't think it is for me. I don't think it's as big as y'all think it is, and I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, yeah, Coach Prime, he creates a dynamic. It's the show and everything, but it's more or less it's a sight to see. I don't think until Coach Prime start opening up that checkbook for them O linemen and D linemen and them 5 stars, bro, he's not gonna get a lot of them. Where he gonna recruit, his best is the transfers. You see what I'm saying? Transfers and JUCO. That's probably where he gonna make his mainstay at. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get a few, skill guys, but 5 stars want the bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Shadur, he walking around with his wrist froze up, his neck, got water on it. You know what I'm saying? Kids want the same thing, bro. Ain't nobody trying to believe in no 3 to 4 year plan, bro. Wait and get to the league. You know what I'm saying? Just as best as a 3 to 4 year plan, Coach probably be gone in 3 to 4 years, bro. So I'm not gonna bet at all where my family, you know what I'm saying, whatever my adverse, if I'm Coach Dre's type kid and I got these adverse type situations and Florida State offering the bag. Central Florida offering the bag, everybody else offering the bag, and you telling me to get here, believe in the vision, and we're gonna get you to the league. It ain't gonna work like that in high school. So I don't think he gonna pull him out. Maybe he gonna get a few. He'll get a Kamani. He'll get a Travis. I mean, he had what 1 or 2 5-stars within the last years he's been coaching. Although this is his first year at this type of program where he'll be able to recruit, so we'll see. But I just don't think he gonna be able to pull him off like that, bro. Because it's about the bag, bro. If you ain't dropping the bag, bro, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go take a visit. Like Boo Carter, Tennessee is notoriously known for dropping that bag. That's what they do.
But see,
So
here's not to cut you off, Law Dog, right? When
Go
you
ahead.
talk about the bag, right? You talking collectives or you talking NIL?
and listen, it's okay. Let me ask you this because I don't know the specific details. I know it's a difference, but I'm saying
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. Is Coach Prime dropping that bag while them players still in high school?
Bro.
So you're talking about collectives, right?
I'm talking
Coach
about the
Prime.
bag
No,
Charles
listen.
Lester got. Is
I'm
Coach Prime
about to
doing that?
explain to you.
Okay, go ahead.
When you talk about collectives, that is what Florida State's doing. That is not an NIL deal.
Facts.
So yes, they're giving him collectives. Coach Prime is telling you, I'm not negotiating on collectives. Now, if you want to come here, I will get you any NIL deal that you want. But if you want collectives, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, because you're betting on a kid that you don't even know what they're going to do, how they're going to react. A lot of these kids don't got no financial literacy. So you're going to give a collective deal to a kid that don't know what to do with it,
Yeah,
and then he
get them,
broke,
bro.
and
Bro.
then he broke in 3 months.
That's how you get them, though, bro.
Hey, but look,
That's how you gonna get them. None of them have financial literacy, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Tyron Matthew and Leonard from that part of the LSU collective,
Bro.
they be dropping bags in little dudes, bro.
Hold
Bro,
on, bro. Let me see. I'm finna give you a prime effect right now. What Prime say he's not ready, right? This one the best cornerbacks in America. He said he's not ready, right? What his mama say? His mama say, "Wait, we sticking with Prime, right?" So Prime sit up there and he's like a chess player. He don't play checkers. He knew that they was not they offensive line. He knew they offensive line wasn't ready for Oregon State. Probably knew they not ready for USC. But he know the right time to break a player out. And what did he do? He brought out 2 freshmen. He brought out Kamani McCain at the end of the game and said, you're going to have to be ready. You can talk all the talk you want to talk, but we know what you are. You're a puppeteer. You're a puppeteer for all those people out there speaking. You want to speak nice for a while, but then you want to sit up there after the game, and then you sit up and say, I got this under control. I did this. That's what he set up and said. And then this the only time Prime ever responded after a game to anybody. And it wasn't because of the loss. It was about what you said. You feel me? He knew what he said. Most of y'all don't even get what even happened, transpired in those communications. What it was this was a racist person that where he came from, Georgia. Set up there, and this, see, it wasn't even about Coach Prime. Coach Prime already knew what it was about. What they wanted to do is stop them from jumping out to what he set up there and said. What it was about Coach Nick. That's what that was about. I was going to score so many points on Coach Nick. But why did Coach Nick come out at the first beginning of the week and set up and say this personal? It was personal for him because you said that I would never make it as a coach. That's what he told Coach Nick, and he was scared to answer that question. Ain't nobody speaking on that. Ain't no news reporter. Ain't nobody sit up there and said what Nick was in graduate school. He said, and I can't say the word on here because I don't want my boy to get kicked off. I want his show to be risen. I want them to know that I'm sitting up there and tell you that's what the whole thing was about. He was trying to make a on Coach Nick, on his coaching. Who do Coach Nick coach? Defensive lineman. That's who he coach. Defense, we're linebackers. That's who he coached. That's what the whole statement was about. It was personal for Coach Nick. though they didn't get the job done, they learned a lot. They learned what they got to go out and recruit. Bro, I'm sorry Rob, I'm sorry for this, man, but I'm so passionate about this because
No, you go.
people are so because a lot of people don't settle down and cut your channel off, bro. You what? Because you think you can't make no money? Come on, bro. I ain't, like I told you, I ain't even got no channel. I'm gonna start a channel, but it ain't gonna be nothing on sports. It's gonna be on other things. But the thing is, bro, I love what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna stay here. But man, y'all gotta sit up there and look at the big picture of what's going on. And that's why you gotta have your support it. If you ain't got your support there, then you can move on. You know, you can move on. They hate on Deion Sanders because of something that I can say that most people can't say, that Deion himself can't even say, because he a black coach that's sitting up here attracting players that they thought they could get with money. But he's sitting up there teaching them how to sit up there and use their educational level to make money. This is reparations for the black students at different universities. This is what it is. They set up and made a video. Somebody set up and made a video the other day, and I'm gonna go off on this. And I'm sorry for going off on your channel. If you want to cut it off, you can cut me off. But I forgot who made the video. They set up there and they was talking about what is it? The school old bruh from. They talked about them leaving the SWAC. Not South Carolina coach, or was it North Carolina coach? Who was that beat Deion last time? Anybody out there know?
Say that again.
Who was the coach in that was North Carolina State coach, not North Carolina State, but
South Carolina.
No, it wasn't.
No, what was the question so I could tell you?
No, because the guy stood up and he said, hold on. I'm trying to think, bro, because there's so much stuff going through my mind. Plus, I'm sitting up here trying to get my book.
North Carolina Central, you talking about, bro?
Yeah, and he was talking about North Carolina State
Central.
Yeah, and he was talking about the other school that left Harvard. Wasn't it Harvard? I'm asking a question. I'm trying to figure it out because I'm trying to think of it. But he said something about them leaving the SWAC and the MEAC, and said that the only time that they make money is when they come to a MEAC conference or a SWAC conference. I'm not sure who made that video.
Yeah. I know Law Dog was trying to finish his points on something. So go ahead, Law Dog, and we'll come back to you.
Yeah. So what I was saying was, like I said, he's not gonna recruit at a high level, bro. Like just for example, I'm gonna use Blue Carter for example. Like I said, the Tennessee is notoriously for dropping them back. That's how they get all the 5-star, but they'll never really be that good. But beyond that, let me tell you what Deion gonna compete. He gonna compete real good. He gonna get the 3 and 4 stars that may not be getting exposed to the bad right out of high school. So he can supersede certain schools with the 3 and 4 stars because they probably not everybody not getting offer on the bad. But the elite of the elite, where everybody think Deion gonna recruit at all, because that's most of what people talk about, the 5 stars, and then it's 4 stars in there, but the needle get moving when the Blue Carters come to visit, when the Bryce Underwoods come to visit, when the Jordan Seatons come to visit. That's when the needle move. That's what people like to talk about, those guys for the most part. So yeah, a lot of them are gonna come visit because it's a show around it. It's a TV show. It's a whatever celebrity you might not never get to see. Mike gonna be there. It's a TO that's gonna be on the sideline. But at the end of the day, bro, it's all gonna start with the bag, bro. That's just how you gonna be able to keep. That's how Alabama did it before the NIL deal, bro. They were spending that cheese, bro. Before the end, they've been spending money. So if he not gonna play it like that to get these boys and get the elite level, he gonna have to win it throughout that transfer portal. And so yeah, he'll be closer to what everybody expect, a 9-3 or 8-4 season next year like that, because he'll be having players where it's like, hey, I know I only got 1 or 2 years left to actually go get the bag now. See what I'm saying? The NFL bag. That's the only opportunity they got to go get it. You see what I'm saying? But beyond that, just to answer your point about the USC game, I did watch it. It was a closer game, but like I say, this is my biggest thing. Caleb Williams got the offensive line in front of him to do Caleb Williams magic, and they really not that great, but they far and beyond what a CU O line is. And so next week they ain't gonna Shadur. Although Shadur, he's still not gonna be able to do what I see in the last games before Oregon. It's gonna be another wipeout, bro. Pretty much, bro. And that's just my point.
So here's my game plan against USC, right? You're gonna have to control time of possession. That's gonna be the number one goal, right? If I'm looking at this week, I'm coming to USC. I want to control the time of possession. Reason why: limit possessions, limit the ball in Caleb Williams' hand. Caleb's hand, right? I just don't believe that their defense is vulnerable, just like our defense is. What do you think about that, Lardo?
I mean, I believe so, but overall, I still think okay. I think if I was to put it on a point scale and I did for player, CU don't got a Bear Alexander. You know what I'm saying? So that's a mismatch there and there forth. And then I think, like I say, bro, everybody gonna look better against Colorado, bro. I understand how they look against other teams, but I think ASU is probably a more talented team than Colorado player for player. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? They've been an established program, but y'all gotta understand, CU was a 1-11 program. Everybody from that 1-11 team left. So you basically went and picked all the backups from around the nation. See what I'm saying? That's basically what you got, a team full of backups. Now you do got some average player. I mean you do got some above average players, but for the most part, why was Jimmy Horn at a USF anyway? Why was Xavier Weaver at a USF? Because they probably weren't highly recruited, bro. So these is not the elite of the elite of talents you're getting. Okay, you did get a Marion Cooper, but I mean he decent. He decent. He not super elite. You're not looking at a shutdown corner for real. A Derek McClendon. He okay, but he not, Florida State not hurting because he left. Arkansas not hurting because
So y'all saw Juju. You saw Juju. He went from 3-4 teams, and he been the same on any team that he go on.
Right.
So you're not saying he's elite.
Yeah, he is, but see how y'all got him? He got kicked off that squad. That ASU squad, he got kicked off that squad. That's how y'all got him.
Oh no. He didn't get kicked off that squad. Let's
Rob, inform him, Rob.
Bruh.
Tell him, Rob.
But why did he get kicked off?
They said he was having he didn't fit the culture at the ASU program.
Racial issue, bro. Y'all need to go and do your research before you set up and say he got kicked off.
Rob, can you tell the man, Rob?
He got dismissed from the team. So that's basically saying he got kicked off the team. But he did get into his position coach and then the head coach, and then they kicked him off the team.
What was it about? I want to see if you know what it's about. What was it about? Let's go, because
it don't really matter what it was about. The point being made is he got kicked off the squad. And how did you get a Juju Mitchell?
Because let me tell you the reason I came on the way I came on, because I set up and I told y'all about, because I didn't want to come on my brother's channel and stuff like that. But it's not government. It's about official things about what he get kicked off about. What did he get kicked off about?
Why does that matter, though? He's not even at that program no more.
Bro, you're going to ask the question or not.
It doesn't matter, though. I mean, what does it matter why he got kicked off? He's on a whole nother team now.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. I set up, and like I said, back in the day, I transferred from Mississippi Valley to Ole Miss. Let me ask you. And a person set up and do something racist to me. Hold on, no, you ain't got to record nothing, bro.
No, ain't nothing being recorded. I just muted somebody's background because it was loud.
But if I sit up there and say that a person has did something because I spoke out against racism or something like that, then what? Now, I'm not saying that's what happened, but you're sitting up there making assumptions. What a brother that was sitting up there talking?
That's
That's
me.
what
I'm right here. But you
Yeah.
just said you're not saying that's what happened. So did it happen or did it not happen?
I'm asking you. I'm asking
I,
you why did he kicked off?
I,
Because
I,
if you're asking me, the same thing, was it about race or something like that? It obviously had, from my standpoint, if I'm going on Fox News, I'm a Fox News analyst right now. So what was it about? Standing from the
Rob,
Fox
come
I
on,
would say
come on,
this.
Rob.
I would say this. I know the truth behind what happened, but I've never discussed it publicly on my channel, and there's a reason why I never discussed it on my channel publicly. At the end of the day, he's no longer with ASU. He's with Colorado, and that's why I'm gonna leave it at on that standpoint. I know what really happened, the real story, but I don't want to go into those details because at the end of the day, it's Juju Mitchell and the coach at ASU's business, and I don't want to go out and put a player's business out there if they don't want it out there publicly. That's
So
what I'm gonna say about it.
if he was successful at Texas and Tennessee, he was successful at both places, and people loved him. And they say it was a culture. That's what they said. They the one brought out a cultural difference. Then what you think it was?
Bro, listen, what you gotta understand is, bro. If you've been to three, 4 programs, bro, what's the common denominator? It got to be the man, bro. So whatever it is, bro, maybe he didn't fit into whatever school he was at, or maybe he left for whatever the case may be. But at this moment in time, bro, we're not talking about that, bro. We talking about US
No,
the future game, bro. Can we get back to that, bro? Like he gone from
Uh,
there. Don't the only
no.
person that know what happened is
I
Rob.
I hate to hate. Let me tell you, I hate to hate that people put on the players and set up and say it's the players, but you don't say it's the university problem. That's my problem. It's because there's always a university problem, but you want to set up and then put it on the players. These are young men. These ain't, they ain't people that's been out into the society. Most of them been taken care of by their parents, or by somebody that care about them. But when you set up and attack them, and then you attack them online, that's my problem.
Man,
I,
bro, we
I
talking football,
listen.
bro.
I totally agree, but we gotta move on.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
being
agree.
honest. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. So a question from Eric, right? Rob got the insight. Is the money gonna be a factor for recruits now or no? What I would tell y'all, if we're talking about collectives, Coach Prime is not going to talk to recruits. If you're talking about NIL, Coach Prime will help you get NIL money. That is one thing he will do. But he's not doing collectives. He's not going in there negotiating a kid for money. He's not going to do it. I'm telling you this, I've been saying this over and over again. If you come in there trying to negotiate business, right? And if that was the case with Boot Carter, I promise you, Boot Carter would not be back on a visit. So they're behind the scenes. They're trying to get some NIL things done for Boot Carter. That's what it is. When it comes to a kid like Charles Lester, they're gonna have an NIL deal set up. But if you want to talk about collectives and negotiating anything with Coach Prime, it ain't happening. I'm
I
I'm
mean,
gonna be
Robin, and
100% with you.
I can agree to that, bro. I know what I'm saying. I was trying to make my point. Okay, that's cool, but like I said, that's not gonna matter. If Florida State and UGA want to give me that bad, Rob, why would I go to Colorado? Why?
All
Why
right,
would I
so
wait? Why? Listen, this is what I'm saying. If I'm one of Coach Dre's kids, right, or or Charles Lester, for example, yeah, I'm gonna go visit Colorado and go see it and tune into it. But all I'm doing is really driving up the bag over here. Like,
but
okay, bro, I'm really interested in them. Coach Dre even said as soon as he came back from that visit, they was at the airport with the check, right?
with that being said, right? Do you want the quick money or do you want the loan money? Because the
Man, bro,
quick
I gotta
money,
feed my
hold on,
family
listen.
now.
Listen. Let me finish my point, right?
Go ahead.
You could take that quick bet right now, or I could set you up for NIL deal that you can have residual money month in, month out. Or you could take this quick bag just for this 1 month.
Bro,
Or you could take this big lump sum money.
that lump sum money is just to get you to commit, bro. You ball, you still gonna get the bag once you get there balling, bro.
But what I'm saying to you is, right, do you want to take the quick money right now? Which I can't listen. I grew up in inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. I grew up in the hood. So I know what it means. My mom, I got raised up in poverty. So I know what that is. But I made it out.
So you
But
gonna
my
wait? That's what you said. You gonna wait on it?
no, what I'm saying is if would I rather take this quick money right now, or would I rather have a residual income every month? I'm going to take the residual income, but I also know that Coach Prime is going to do right with my kid, and he's going to help him in the business standpoint. He's going to help him gain financial literacy,
Rob,
right?
bro, ain't nobody, bro.
All right.
Come on, man. You know where you come from, brother. I don't know how old you is, Rob, but I want to talk to the 17-year-old, 18-year-old Rob, bro. I don't want to talk to the insightful Rob that been watching. No, bro. I want to talk to when you fresh out the hood and you was there in your living room and whatever hoop dreams and football dreams you had, bro, and you was coming up and you could have went to Missouri or you could have went to Colorado with Coach Prime. And Missouri was like, look, Rob, you know you from the crib. I know what your mom going through. Look, we finna change all that around today. But we want you to
But
commit. You
but it
can't
also
tell me you finna go to Colorado, bro, and wait.
but it also depends on opportunity, right? What does opportunity? Because for me, it wasn't about the money. It was about
But Rob, it's
opportunity.
always about the money. Rob, you work right now, right?
I work from
Right?
home, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And so with you being to Colorado, that gives you more of an insight to, do the things you do for the Colorado and your town, right?
facts.
But if the job you got right now offers you to move you to Oregon and they drop that bag, you telling me you're not going?
It depends, right?
Come on,
Because
Rob.
the reason why I'm saying that is because I moved to Colorado because of my job. I didn't move to 8 different states because of my job. So
Exactly.
and
But
that
what was the
it
main reason of you moving? It was the money, right?
it wasn't the money. It wasn't at all. They gave me more money to move, but that wasn't the factor that why I wanted to move, why I wanted to leave. I like to go see different things. I like to move around. I don't like to be set in one place. That's me. You gotta realize like
Yeah, but
I
like I said, I'm just using you for
well
example, bro.
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying you got
no,
to think about it. You got to think
I get
about
what you're saying.
an 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid, bro.
I get
Dylan
what you're
Edwards.
saying,
The
but
only reason you probably got a Dylan Edwards, bro, is because of his relationship with Prime previously. Jimmy
but that's
Horn previously was being recruited by Prime. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they been believing in him, quite possibly. But bro, like I
but
said, bro, at the end of the day,
but
bro,
so here's the thing that you're missing right now, and you just hit it on the head. A lot of these recruits that we're recruiting, Coach Prime had a relationship, and a lot of these kids are graduating within the next year or two that Coach Prime coached at a young age.
man, listen, you can't tell me, bro, if your mama going working 2 jobs, bro, she don't get to come to none of your games and get to see you. Your little brother barely can eat. You barely can put clothes on your back. You not finna take that bag, bro, out the gate, and they offering 100,000, 200,000 from the door, and now you talking
Listen,
about, man, it don't work like that. All I'm saying
listen.
is,
I would tell
Prime,
you. I
he
would
not
tell
gonna
you
be there to
this.
get the elite out of high school, bro. It's not gonna happen. He'll get 1 5-star here and there, but for the most part, bro, he's not gonna get a tons and piles of them. How y'all think he is?
I would tell you this. My mom and my dad ain't never come to any of my games. Any of them. I played football, I played basketball, I ran track, and I played baseball.
Was
They
you
ain't
an
came
elite
to
recruit,
no
Rob?
game.
Was you an elite recruit?
I wasn't in the top
Well, then I'm
300,
not talking
but
about you, Rob. I'm talking
but
about
what
the
I'm
elite.
what I'm saying to you is in a situation, elite or not, if a college wants you, they're gonna invest into you, regardless of the fact of how you want to look at it. They
Man,
can go,
listen.
they can find a way to give you a white envelope. That's just
Yeah,
the truth of the
true
matter.
enough, but I'm not talking about. I'm not talking.
But
You wasn't an elite, bro, Rob. I'm talking about the elite.
that's fine. But what I'm saying to you, not everybody's gonna have that same mindset. It is
That's
all
why
gonna be
I
dependent
said
on,
you only gonna get a few. You might get a few, but
but
not
not
a lot.
not every elite recruit is in the same situation. Not every one of them is living in poverty. Some of them got money.
But that's how you get the dogs for the most part, Rob. That's
I
why he
get
want the Florida, the Texas and South Florida boys. That's why Coach Prime say, "Hey, you remember Mama in the hood, right? You remember you're trying to get Mama out the hood."
but not all of those kids that are elite are in the hood.
Okay, bro. Okay? Like I said, bro. We probably can go back and forth all day, bro. So I'm just to the next topic, bro. I'm gonna just be quiet because I know what I know for a fact, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with it, but I'm saying everybody's situation ain't the same. And you trying to make it seem like everybody's situation is the same. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's situation ain't the same. It does depend on what kind of parents you got. Some parents gonna be like, yeah, we got to get that bag. So yeah, we gonna commit here, but then we gonna flip a commit there because we know they got the NIL set up for us. That happens all the time
How
in
many
college
players on
football.
Colorado got NIL?
There's a lot of them.
Okay, name some
Just
though.
because it's
I'm
publicly
saying
not
name some
out
though.
there. All our offensive line got NIL deal
And what deal is that?
with Colorado Springs. It's a car company. Chapel Hill. It's like a Ford dealer. That's who
I
they got to deal with.
only seen a couple of them with them trucks. You talking about them trucks? I seen
Yeah.
what? You seen Tyler Brown and who else that got a truck?
Tyler Brown got one.
And who
Cynthia
else?
got one. Van Wells got one. Tank got one.
So they all got trucks.
Yes. Just because you don't see it publicly put out there, don't mean that they don't got an NIL deal. A lot of them kids got NIL deals. They just don't publicly put it out there.
Okay, but everybody's speaking to mindsets and all this, bro. We talk about 17-year-old, 18-year-old kids, bro. They not thinking that deep, bro. They not thinking that deep. Y'all
Permission
gotta know that.
permission to
But
speak, please.
Yes. Go ahead.
Let me just say this about parents of athletes. A lot of us, and I'm speaking to the ones that so-called in the hoods, like the brother is speaking of, as a parent, we work hard so our children don't have to. So a lot of these young players that you may be talking about, they're not experiencing hood things like we think they are because their parents really work really hard so they don't have to come up as hard as a lot of parents did. So that's why they're able to attend those camps. Those camps are not cheap. You have the camps, you have the equipment, you have the travel and all of that. Yes, as parents, we may not be able to go to every game and every camp, but for some, there's just a small percentage of the players who really, really struggle, like are at a destitute level, that are great players and great children, but not all. That's not on a drastic level. A lot of them are really well provided for. So we have this mindset of just having to have money just because it's available, because the parents have gone above and beyond to provide them with a lifestyle that they didn't have. So just because money is available doesn't mean you need it. That's something you want, because that's something that's accessible. What we want to make sure our young people are aware of is, this is available now, but more can be available later. I think that's what what Coach Prime is wanting them to see. Yes, it's instant to you now, but if you just work for this and hold on, your opportunities are coming later. So I don't want us to get into this mindset of every young Black child or young Black boy coming from the hood. All of them don't come from the hood. That is not true. I see it every day. They live well. They may act like they from the hood when they get in school, but trust me, they are suburban Black boys. And I'm right here in Florida, and I see them every day. My children play with them. They act one way outside of the house, but they go home to the suburbs.
But look, let me tell you something too, though. If my son was playing, I'm working 2 jobs to provide for him all these football camps. I could work 2 jobs for 3 more years. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. I could do it for 3 more years if that's what you want. If you don't want, we ain't taking that money. We going this way. I'm working 2 jobs. You can do that for 2 more years, 3 more years, bro. That's not gonna kill her.
hey, bro, all that sound good, bro. But if you ain't been in it, you wouldn't know, bro. Like, okay, you working 2-3 jobs, but as your son, he gonna want to change your situation. He gonna want to change the situation regardless of what y'all may feel. I mean, I'm not talking about every kid. Every kid is not an elite. I'm talking about the elite of the elite out of high school. At the end of the day, what move the needle for the recruits is the money. Recruits go where the money go. How you think Texas A&M get all them 5-star? It's the money. It ain't what a coach telling you. It ain't all that. That's why a lot of them transfer out. So it's not that. And then what y'all gotta understand is you still going to another D1 school. It's like, okay, I decided not to go to Colorado, but I'm going to Florida State. I decided not to go to Colorado, but I'm going to Tennessee. So it ain't like I'm making a bad decision. It's no bad decision upon it. I'm just speaking on the recruiting aspect of it and what has a kid pick a school. Think about it, Rob. You from Missouri. Missouri just got the #1 D lineman, right? How you think they
Yeah,
got him, Rob?
bro.
How you think they
Because
got the #1 D lineman?
hold on. For one, Missouri changed the rules, so that played a part because he was not going to Missouri. If the state of Missouri did not change NIL, he wouldn't be going to Missouri, right?
Okay, so but to my point, how did they get the #1 player, Rob?
Because Missouri changed the rule for high school players to receive NIL deals and collectives. That's
Exactly.
how
The
that
bag,
happened.
right?
It wasn't that way at first. So you can't say it's because Missouri gave him a bag. If the government never changed that in the state of Missouri, then what are we talking about?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. The bag gonna move the needle every time, bro.
But let me answer the super chat right quick. Shout out to Lawrence RBE at $5. Can you explain the difference between collectives and NIL? If collectives separate, how is different is coordinated with CU, and how is Denver collective doing? So what I always say to y'all, right? The difference between NIL deal and collectives, right? Collectives is I can just put whatever type of money I want in a white brown envelope and I can hand it to you. That's a collective. So when people donate money, so you know how people donate money, that's basically like, say we got 28 million, right? I can go into that 28 million, I can take whatever I want out of that 28 million, and I can get it to a recruit. NIL deal is basically something that, hey, you're providing a service for name, image, and likeness, right? The service could be you could be signing autographs on football, signing autographs, right? You could be doing pictures, you could be promoting products or services, and so it's basically like you got a contract. So with this contract, you're getting a monthly lump sum of money. Well, with collectives, that money can fluctuate every week, every month, whatever. It can go up and down. It could be a roller coaster. So that's the difference. But when it comes to NIL deals, Coach Prime has got NIL deals set up for players, right? As you're starting to see, like you just seen the last commercial, Artie McCaskill, Charlie Offerdahl with an NIL deal for peanuts, right? You're starting to see what Coach Prime is really telling you, like what he's telling you, he's showing you. Now, some people can't wait. Not everybody is in that situation where they can wait. Some people can wait and some people can't. For the ones who can't wait, guess what? Coach Prime ain't gonna recruit them. If you can wait, Coach Prime is telling you it's proven. If you can wait, I'm going to help you get mama out the hood or get your family out of this situation, or get your family out of that situation. That's what Coach Prime is telling you. He's not selling you anything. He's telling you what he can do for you. It's up to you if you believe it or not, but the proof is in the pudding and he's showing you. So why players come under Coach Prime if they don't have the bag yet? Coach Prime has NIL deals that he's setting up with players to help them, not only get to college, but sustain a college life where they can live comfortably, right? They don't have to be in college and struggle, right? And that's what Coach Prime is telling you. Like, if your kid come here, I'm gonna take him I'm gonna turn him into a boy into a man because I'm going to show him all the things. I'm not going to just give it to my kids, but I'm going to give it to any player that's inside of my program. I am going to give him that. Now you can go to this other program and let them lie to you and let them mistreat your kid and do all that stuff. But you come into my program, my #1 job is to turn this young man, turn this young athlete into a grown man.
Other
And that's what
schools
Coach
is
Prime
doing
is
that
doing.
too, Rob. I mean, everybody's pitching that same thing, bro.
Not everybody's pitching,
Coach Prime is
but
not the only one turning boys into men, bro.
but let's be real. Is everybody treating their players? Come on, dog. Come on, baby.
I'm just
I
saying though, bro. Look,
I know I know
like,
you're
come on. I'm
college.
just saying, y'all speak to it one way. I'm saying, just keep it real, bro. Coach Prime is not the only one turning boys into men, bro. He not the only one. I mean, yeah, he
I'm
black.
not.
He from the program. He's a black man. He understand where we come from. But I mean, beyond that, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, just be for real though, bro. He not the only one doing that.
Listen, I respect your opinion. I'm not saying that Colorado is just above everybody in this. I'm telling you what Coach Prime message is to the recruits. and what his message been publicly. Whether you want to take that out of context or whatever you want
I'm
to take
not
that
taking
to,
it out
that's
of
upon you.
context. I'm taking it based upon what you said, and I'm
Right,
sticking to that.
because that's the message that Coach Prime has delivered. Am I right or am I wrong? Did I lie about something Coach Prime
I
didn't
mean,
say?
yeah, that's the message. Yeah, true enough. That is true.
And so that's all I speak upon. And then you come at me. But go ahead, Miss D Goddess, because I see you had something to say.
I'm gonna pass for now. I'm gonna hold
Well,
on.
I mean, it's what's crazy is right. If you say something, whatever Coach Prime say, right, people come at you and it's like, hey, listen, I'm repeating exactly what Coach Prime said. Y'all look at me like you tripping. Like, no, I'm not tripping. That's what we said. But hey. All right. So next question, Dewey. What's your thoughts on recruiting? Say we get shipwrecked again this weekend. Will comments be saying there's opportunity there, or say the scheme are trash and there's no way I'm going there? Honestly, if a recruit want to come here, they're gonna come here. That's just the nature of the game. Like you gotta when you go on a recruiting visit, you gonna know if it feel like home or not. You gonna know if it's the right place or not. And I'm gonna let Law Dog talk to us, right? Because I know Law Dog. He's another college football player, right? Law Dog. My question to you: when you went on the visit, what made you have that? What made you say this is the place for me?
I mean, well, the school I eventually ended up signing with. I signed because I signed a package deal. So, bro, I basically told them, if you don't take my two other homies, like Coach Jay was telling you about those other schools. I mean, what CL3 doing with his buddies, I'm like, I'm not even coming out there. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I think I made the wrong decision. I could have went to a way better school, but I was looking at it from a fact where I wanted to play early. That was my number one thing. I was told I could play early. And I think I even missed the opportunity when I was on my visit, right? They had this black coach pull me aside, right? And I think about this so much. And he pulled me aside. You know, I was big time coming out, right, Rob? He pulled me aside. We was in the room. He was like, bro, what you want? I'm like, what you mean what I want? He like, bro, we got everything you want. What you want? Girls, green, money, everything good. And I ain't really take heed to what he was saying because he didn't just say it right out. You see what I'm saying? But now when I think about it, I'm like, bro, I know I probably could have asked for a bag and I did do it because I knew the following year one of the players they got, he ended up coming. He was a Miami recruit and he ended up coming flipping from Miami to Texas Tech. So I know the money, I know what moved the needle and I know it's the money. But what's the question again, Rob?
What was your ultimate factor like? So when you really broke it down, right? So I'll just say this, right? You transfer schools, correct?
Yeah.
So all right, so I'm gonna take it from when you transferred school and not when you came out of high school. What was really your ultimate factor why you chose the school you chose to when you committed to your second school?
Man, I was trying to play early, bro. You feel me? My family, I was trying to get my family, my pops being locked up, bro. So I'm like, if I can get to the league quickest, you know what I'm saying, help Pop's situation, that's what I'm gonna do. So I chose a school where I feel like I could play the earliest. You see what I'm saying? And then with me having two other, I figured I'm a 4 5-star borderline 5-star recruit from Georgia. If I go out here to Texas Tech, ain't nobody gonna be able to compete with me. It was a throwing scheme. That's what we ran in high school. We was air raid. So I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and play early. I'm gonna be a Big 12 freshman All-American. My homies came with me. I ain't gonna be homesick. Coach Kingsbury was like the youngest coach in the NCAA at the head time. He had just came off being offensive coordinator with Johnny Football. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go over here and turn up, bro, and I'm just gonna ride my wave 2-3 years. Then I'm gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? It ain't play out like that. I have more of a like a Kermani type where.
Yo, Lord, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, but it go like that. It go like that sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
So
for the question in the chat, I didn't get the bag, bro. I missed it, bro. I didn't get it.
I'm glad
I
you
was
seen that
sick.
comment.
I was sick, bro. I think about that so much. I'm like, damn, I should have told them folks 100. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
I,
they damn sure was offering it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I was just so, like I say, you so young, bro. You would miss it. Now that I'm older, I can look back and be like, man, that was the bag right there, bro. I ain't need to tell them. You feel me? But it's all
yeah.
good, bro. You live and you learn.
No, and that was the point I
So
wanted to
wait,
get
that
to.
was on your recruiting visit or your transfer visit?
Nah, that was on my. I took 5 visits out of high school. The first visit I took to was Utah. Then I went to Oklahoma, and the only reason I went to Oklahoma is because I wanted to go to Miami, bro. That was my dream school. Al Golden came to my house, sat on the couch, bro. But I talked to everybody, bro. I've been to Nick Saban, Georgia, whoever, bro. I've been there unofficially, but my official visits I took was Utah, OU, TCU, Missouri, and Texas Tech was my last visit. And that last visit really a monster, bro, because that's what's on your mind last. But if Miami would have let me take my visit, I had to take the SAT, bro. I was late. I didn't qualify late, but I still hadn't passed the SAT so I had to take the SAT that Saturday morning. And Miami didn't want to bring me down, so instead I went to Oklahoma.
Hey, Law Dog, I appreciate you, bro.
So
I appreciate you, bro, for sure. Uh, if anybody want to go ahead. Cause I'm gonna be ending this live probably about the next 5 to 7 minutes. So go ahead and speak upon whatever you want to speak upon.
Let me say, I'll say this. I remember Coach Dre was on earlier and he was talking about the hard times that a lot of high school players have. So as someone who, my sons are out of college right now, but played a lot of high school ball. So there are parents and boosters. We separate fundraise for those students. So like I say, it's just a small few of them, especially in the schools that are like outside on the outskirts, that coaches may recruit from the inner city. So we fundraise specifically for those students, and it's a great turnout so that they won't have to experience certain hardships. So that's why I'm saying those types of hardships are small to some schools. Also, to the point of Coach Prime is not the only coach that turns boys to men. The difference between Coach Prime being a black head coach and the other coaches is that for all of college years, you have found other coaches that will come and recruit our black children, our black boys to other colleges, and I've seen it, and they become what is considered the great white hope to these young men. And then others, and they will let them live in their homes as long as they play good ball. They will treat them like a part of the family as long as they play good ball. Some of these children end up signing documents not knowing what they're signing over and things like that. But the difference between Coach Prime and those coaches, Coach Prime is actually putting them on. He's not looking to exploit our young men, which happens more than we know, more than we even actually have seen. And ultimately, that is the underlying issue a lot of these coaches have with Coach Prime existing in the head coach's space. Not because he's going to put them on and take care of them in that way, but because he's a black coach who those children who are going to identify with, not because he's black, but because he is Deion Sanders, Hall of Famer Gold Jacket, who's now a head coach, that they cannot compete with on that level. And there is like I said, mindset is everything. So now you're seeing what we have seen is the ugly games that they've played behind the scenes. Someone mentioned the NCAA, who have worked against the Colorado being successful. So I'm not going to go too deep into that. So that's the difference between Coach Prime turning boys into men, is because they can look at Coach Prime and see who they would want their father to look like if their dad was still around, if their dad was actually in their life. Coach Prime is most of their uncles, most of their, big cousins, who their father could be. But they can't look at no white coach and be like, he remind me of Uncle so-and-so. But because of that, he can get more effectiveness out of them, in my opinion. You know, in radio, dead air is not a good sign. So, who wants to go next? Venom, you want to go next? I think Rob the Man stepped away for a moment. So as I'm watching the chat, no, I did not just started watching football since Coach Prime, but he did bring me back to college football. I'll answer that question. Venom, did you want to add to the conversation? Venom 314, and to the people who are saying that we're making it about talking against the white folks. No, we're not talking against white folks. We are saying that when there is someone that you can relate to, you can most likely get more of a more effective outcome from them. So Coach Prime can relate to certain boys. Not that he can't relate to other players. That's why he has a very diverse coaching staff. Hopefully it's going to be very effective. No, I can't hear you, Venom 314. Rob Man may have to unmute you.
I'm still on here. I'm just letting you rock out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to mute.
I ain't really got nothing to say. I mean, I guess it's my show, so let me pop it, man. So with that being said, like I've been saying, man, at the end of the day, I'm calling it 3-2, 3-2 next week. Not gonna be able to beat USC. It just is what it is. I'm not a hater of Colorado, but the fandom around Colorado is just crazy. Like, nobody want to talk football. Everybody want to just state their opinion and how they feel. But when you look at the dynamics of it, it's right there in front of y'all face. Coach Prime said what he said. You're gonna beat him up real bad right now, and that's what he's going to take. He's gonna get beat up real bad, and that's okay. That's what most first year programs do. They get beat up real bad. But all these people. Look at Zion, bro.
I listen. Hey, Lord, dog, listen. Every time we talk about football, it always come back into just talking in circles. So, man, I just want to have a football conversation. You know what I'm saying? At
I know, but
times.
see, people don't talk football though, Rob. You know this, bro. Like they talk what they feel, bro. Like even the Coach Hayes show, bro. It's just the difference, bro. You got football coaches and coaches that talk ball, and then you got people that talk about what they feel as far as the fandom and I think this and Coach Prime. Ain't nobody listen. If Coach Prime can make the 18 million in one weekend and generate 18 million, have all them people come support, bro. It could be people that can talk against it, bro. Now, if they hating, they hating. You just call hate out what hate is. But for the most part, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got a hater, bro. You know what I'm saying? He been here hanging on me real bad. We was buddies, you know what I'm saying, before the Oregon game. Now, all of a sudden, man, come on, bro. Like, you can't be mad, bro, because y'all lost. You feel me? If I was a hater, why would I take my bet and donate it to the channel? You feel me? Let's just keep it 100.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. Shout out to everybody that's on the channel, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. It's been a great live. You know, I want to kind of get away from all the like the hater and all that stuff, man. Like, honestly, this channel was designed to have you guys to come on and be able to speak your voice, speak your mindset, and just talk about everything in general, right? We don't just. I'm not just talking about sports in general, but on my channel, I allow you to voice your opinion, like you have your time. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you get your points off, things like that. Sometimes, the show can go left, go right, but for the most part, we try to steer it in the right way, right? So the hater talk, man. Listen, man. Let's kind of get away from that, right? Let's come up here, have a conversation, have great dialogue, and that's what this really is about. When you look at it, for me, I want to have great dialogue. Have substance, right? When you come up here, just have substance to what you're saying, right? To be able to understand the why, so we can have a great conversation, and that's what this is all about, man. Being able to come up here and have great dialogue and have a great conversation. When things start to stir away, I gotta will it back in. But man, I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. I know everybody jumped off before they get their final thoughts. I'll be back live later on today. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This is Rob the Man Media, baby. Back with another live, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Just like that.